Hi everybody, I'm Elisa and welcome to my channel Lunar Elise. Today I'll be doing a reading for the astrological sign of Libra, and that's just if the energy resonates with you somewhere in your natal chart, as well as if you're cross-watching or if you just found yourself here. Most importantly though, please don't try to make the story fit. If it's not your week for this energy, we're simply not aligned, and that's okay. You can maybe check out another one of my videos or another YouTuber. No hard feelings. Anyway, so this reading is dated for the 13th to the 20th of November, but it's just week-long energy. So I had some cards flipping around. Just got a little distracted. It's week-long energy, so it's whenever you find it, because I know I'm recording this on the 16th, so week-long energies. Okay. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a deep breath together. And I ask that we're grounded and present, open to receive messages, and that I can be a clear channel. Let's get started. So we're going to be looking at the situation that's calling your attention this week. So the first two cards are, we have the Empress and the Justice card. How very Libra of you guys to pop out here. And two major arcanas, we have the Empress here, which is maybe if you haven't been having a lot of fun lately, if you've been really, I feel like maybe there's like a stuck at workness. I think maybe this holiday season, you're finally seeing like, okay, I can come back into balance. It's almost as if you're making plans of what you can do to just have more fun and be in a creative flow state. It's bringing balance back to your relationships, and there's been a big theme in the last 4 readings that I've done about receptivity. So I do feel like maybe the influence of the full moon in Taurus was really kind of bringing back that nurturing energy to you. Say okay, yeah, this is where we need to be more receptive. And it does feel like some internal balance is really being achieved here. So 2 more cards for the situation at hand here. Hierophant and the Queen of Wands, right? You're ready to move forward. That's what a part of bringing this stuff back into balance. You have the Hierophant, so it's like, yeah, hello everybody. That's what I'm feeling. It's like you're saying, this is what I have to offer now. Take it or leave it. But I just feel like it's this very poised, balanced energy that's I'm ready to give here and here, but I'm also ready to give back, because it's with the Queen of Wands, you're I'm really you're really charged up and ready to move especially whatever was out of balance before. You're okay, yeah, I'm taking, it's you're taking the reins back and really following your intuition about where you need to go. 2 cards for the action. What it's saying here is that maybe you've been doing a lot of this work by yourself, and so there's a fear here that maybe you're going to have to keep doing it by yourself, or there's somebody around you that wants to help you. And you're maybe kind of being a little resistant towards it. I don't know what kind of bird that is in the image, but it has that funny thing on top of its head. And so this almost in a sense feels like just spiritual guidance in a sense. You are sitting really secure. It just maybe you're not with the 8 of swords here. You're not quite seeing how full everything is in your life, or it's really I don't know. I'm gonna get 1 card to clarify. So we have the Ace of Wands, right? It's kind of you're almost afraid that you're gonna lose all this Queen of Wands energy that you have been charged up with. And so you're needing to address why those imbalances were, like, why you had to correct everything in the first place. So we're going to get 2 more cards on for the action that you're needing to take. Dropped it. I swear, like, I do this so much. So we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Judgment card. You're saying here, like, yeah, I saw somebody running. I thought they might be coming to the door. So there's you, the Judgment card, right? Which is like another card about balance. It's like, it's like the karmic calling, you know, like you're calling everything to attention. And, you know, again, like that poise kind of energy that I'm here seeing, like with the Knight of Cups, they're just like coming up on their horse, and it's like, okay, you know, you're like, it's like you're putting on the front that, like, you're okay, I'm gonna be emotional. I was like here pretending to ride a horse, cracking myself up. You know, that's like, you understand that the imbalance was emotions, and how that's how you lost your passion, because there's something that's no longer emotionally fulfilling, and you're ready to make new offers, and you're about ready to close the door on possibly a relationship. So I'm gonna look at the outcome. Again, some more, right? Charging forward. And then I always see that this is, so we have the Chariot and the Three of Wands. I see the Three of Wands as a partnership and alliances card, and working together, right? So we, in a sense, we go back to that fire energy that we kind of started the reading with the Three of, or not the Three, the Queen of Wands, right? And so now that you've kind of been at that steady pace, right, with the Knight of Cups, you were moving, you're like, here, I'm ready. And then it's like turned up, because you're now realizing the partnerships in your life that are beneficial. And it's like, in a sense, like bringing together groups, and you're seeing, you know, like you're really seeing the big picture, and you're like, oh, look at what I've brought together. It feels really good. So I'm gonna get clarification on the Judgment card about your outcome for this week's energy. I'm gonna get 2 cards. It's a Black Moon astrology deck I use, right? And it's the number 22, which is like you're using your intuition. You're using a more grounded nature to everything. And you're using, with the 2s, I do see those as like a partnership. And with the 22, it's like I'm using my parent, like I don't even know what I was going to say. Your partnerships to your greatest benefit. And, you know, with the Gemini energy being here too, it's like you're changing how you've thought about everything. And I think maybe that's a part of the Mercury retrograde that you could be experiencing. And even in the post-shadow energy, it's like needing to see where you like things come together, and you're also seeing a lot of different sides of just different perspectives in general. And there might be a little bit of indecision about what you do need to call out because we're focusing on the Judgment card, but you're like there's just a very clear knowing of what you need to do and how you need to use things. So, but I do want to get a little bit of clarification on the I use card, the Capricorn energy. It's like using the things that no longer have not been serving you. Capricorn energy is related to the Devil card, which is a number 15, and we have that here on the Gemini card. So it's like, like you see what habits and what things and what relationships need to change. And maybe it's your relationship with other things besides people, you know, your relationship to food, your relationship to consumption of things in general, right? You relate just overall. The key here is that you're bringing in balance, like your Libra self would. So 2 cards for I use. We got one that flipped out. Okay, you know, parenting. It's funny, that word that I was going to mess up earlier, that I know I was going to say partner. I was like thinking about joining parenting and like partner together. So you're just having to restructure the things that you've like been conditioned to know. Spiritual career. So this is bringing back balance so you can focus on the job that brings you satisfaction, and in a sense this feels like a career change, and you're taking a more balanced approach to everything. If maybe you weren't satisfied in your job because it just like wasn't the thing for you, you know, you're like, I see that's like, I'm not bringing justice to anything. I'm not serving anything because I've been parented to believe that, you know, this is the way that I want it to go, whether it's, you know, how society's parented you or yourself or anything in the, you know, anything, right? And so you're like, yeah, I'm changing this. I'm closing this cycle. Because I want to manifest personal growth, and I want, you ultimately want change. So let's get a shamanic healing oracle card about what you're parenting yourself through, because that's more of the advice that I was looking at. So we got that one that came out. We got 2 changes, and past, present, and future, right? It's like, yeah, you're looking at your past and how things have needed to change, right? Your structures, your environment, to better influence your present, to bring balance to your future. You're wanting to balance out your past, present, and future. So like even the way the birds are kind of stacked, they're very just at peace and in balance, and like they're looking all different ways, but working together to create change, to create something stronger. And so you're really looking at the big picture. So the overall message here with the Black Moon astrology cards is we have you and your loved ones are safe. New Moon in Cancer. So Cancer actually got the same card, which I think is pretty cool. But so maybe there's something there for you in that reading for this week. It's saying regardless of the things that you have to cut out in your life, like, you know, I got called the attention back to this 8 of Swords card. If you're afraid to let anything go, it's gonna be okay. Realize that this is a personal growth opportunity, and that just because you were conditioned to believe one thing doesn't mean that's true. You can manifest anything you want with your thoughts. And if you want to manifest balance to the situation and a better, greater understanding and personal growth, that's exactly what you're going to do. And I think that's exactly what you're doing here. You're saying that, yeah, everything's going to be okay. So Libra, if you like that reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It'll all really help me out. Pretty new here. So yeah, any positive like or anything like that is means a lot to me. If you'd like to check out a private reading, that information is below in the description box, as well as my social media, where you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Lunar Release. So have a beautiful week, Libra. Much love.